This video was recorded in front of a live virtual audience.
Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Mel from Purse On Fleek. Hello Mel. Be sure to check out Purse On Fleek's YouTube channel as well as the video that we will be talking about in my video. The link to Purse On Fleek's video is in the description box underneath my video. Be sure to check her channel out, to subscribe to her channel, and watch her video. Thank you guys. Bye, Mel. All right, so hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the latest video that Mel from Purse On Fleek posted on her YouTube channel, where she addresses all the comments that aroused, the reactions that aroused to her Goodbye Hermes video. You know, the infamous video that went viral about her receiving the phone call from Hermes HR. Allegedly. We're going to have to say allegedly the whole time because everything is alleged. It's only she said, he said, they said, we said, right? So, to watch the reaction and my thoughts on Purse On Fleek's Goodbye Hermes video, you could, I'm going to post that in the card section up above, the link to it, but also in the description box down below, so you could get to see my reaction to that original video. But today we will be reacting together to, and I say we because I am filming this video live in front of a virtual audience. So I have my co-chatters in the chats ready to comment together with me. So we will be talking about this together, about the latest video that Purse On Fleek posted. So subscribe to my channel first and foremost if you haven't already. Thumb up this video, and you can also push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today, gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, superdacob all spelled together there as well. Gain access to extra perks there as well. Thank you to all my members and patrons who have already pledged, because you make the boat rock. And thank you to my co-chatters. You can also partake in my live streams every Saturday. And as we go along, this video is being filmed live, by the way. So just to let you guys know, there is no editing or anything. When you are in the live streams and you're watching live, everything happens as it goes, which is a huge plus as opposed to pre-recorded videos on YouTube where, you know, people edit every sentence 50 times. No, this is as unhinged and as raw as it gets. Welcome to the fashion bunker. So you guys, I have a couple of points. Mel's video is lengthy. By the way, I loved her makeup in that video. We saw the photo of Purse On Fleek at the beginning of my video. You know, she came in and then came out again. The sweater really combines very well with the makeup on the face. Like, she looked really beautiful. There's like, you can't say nothing about that. It's just, I preferred this look to the look that she had in her Goodbye Hermes video, you know, all dressed in black with the pearls with the hair tied back. This was, she looked good. You did good, Mel, you did good. Now, Purse On Fleek addresses, this is the first issue I have with the video, Mel, sorry, but I got to say. You say that you're going to address the comments and the stuff that's been said, the reactions to your original Goodbye Hermes video, but I'm like, but then the kind of at the beginning of your video, you say you only watched 2 reaction videos and you didn't watch any other, of which one of the reaction videos is a friend of yours. And the other one, whatever. I'm like, and the other one was also favorable to you. So I'm like, so you're making a video reacting to what other people said to you, but you're saying that you didn't watch reaction videos actually at all. Okay. Okay. But you did read some of the comments before you blocked your comments altogether off of that Goodbye Hermes video, and you did react to some of those comments. So you made your points. I saw that you were kind of reading, as I'm going to be reading as well. You were reading, you know, you had your highlighted points that you wanted to get to. And so let's get through them. I want to say, You did also mention that I don't know, I guess you were very upset that some people wanted to disclose where you live and stuff like that. And so that's why you blocked people off, and that's why you blocked your comments altogether on your channel, because people wanted to kind of tell others where you live. But then you said that they said it anyway in other forums. That's kind of weird. Also because then you said, well, this is what you said, you're a public figure in a way, and social media is there kind of to exchange information or what have you. But like when somebody crosses the line, that's what blocking and reporting is for. Okay, but deleting comments altogether doesn't instigate a conversation. So I wonder where you got your comments from. If you deleted comments off your channel for that video, did you screenshot comments? Did you allow comments later again? Because I didn't rewatch your video later. Like when I watched your video, comments were disabled. So for whatever reason, you got some comments and you decided to react to some comments. Okay. So to that one video of that friend of yours that made the video in reaction to your Goodbye Hermes video, you say that you're like, okay, this friend of mine was right. And you admit that your emails to your sales associate were a bit much. They were a bit much. You admit to that. But the only excuse you actually had, and what you said in your video, is that they were much and they might have come across as a little bit suffocating towards the sales associate, but you didn't mean it that way. You say you didn't mean them to be that way, but that's not an excuse. You didn't mean it like that. What sort of an excuse is that? That's how they were written and formulated. So if you didn't mean them that way, you should have written them in a different way. Because each and every one of those emails that you showed to us was written in the same way. And then another thing, you said you didn't want to show to us the responses of the sales associate because in the emails of the sales associate it said this information is confidential, cannot be shared. First of all, you also mentioned that you worked for the government in HR or PR or something. You said you worked for the government. Well, then you should know better. Just because Hermes in their email communication with you writes that this email should not be shared about, doesn't matter. You're not entering a contractual agreement with them. It's their wishful thinking. They don't want you to share, but that's your, listen, the sales associate wrote you a message to your private email address. But anyway, you say you don't want to show the email of the sales associate because of what the email states at the bottom of the email saying like, do not share this. But then you showed, just a couple of minutes later, you show us a part of the email of what the sales associate sent you. So what is it going to be? Is it going to be you're going to show what she wrote you, or you're not going to show what she wrote you? Because if you want to make this about legal things, it doesn't matter if you show a part of it or the whole thing. If you're telling me at the beginning of the video you're not allowed to show it, then you can't even show a part of it. But you did show a part of the answer of, well, allegedly, of the alleged answer of the sales associate back to you. But okay. Purse On Fleek said that she wanted to play the game and be pushy, as she saw people around her being pushy. By pushy, I mean pushy to get the Birkin, the Kelly, you know, the dream bag, the unicorn bag, the dream bag, I guess. The end of journeys journey bag. And we take the crop, not the whip guy, the crop guy. Get your utensils straight, you guys. This is not a whip. This is a crop. And it's from Hermes. Isn't it gorgeous? You saw the people around you being pushy, like being like, you know, to their sales associates, give me the bag, give me the bag, give me the bag, give me the bag. And then the sales associate's like, okay, I'm going to give you the bag. So you saw people being pushy like that. And then you mentioned this example of you being there with your Birkin, or what was it, Kelly? Cray or brown or gray or something. And then another client was in the store, saw you with it. It's like, where did you get that bag? Did you get that bag here? And then you said, no, I didn't get that bag here. I got it. I don't know. Secondhand, what have you. And then allegedly this client then screamed at the sales associate, I want that bag. I want a bag just like that. Bam, 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 bam. Pow, 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 pow. Give me that bag. Pow, 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 pow. And Mel is like, if she can do it, I can do it better. And then, pow, 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 pow. And then I guess she tried to do it as well because she saw the people. So, and this is interesting because Purse On Fleek, she said she wanted to play the game and be pushy as people around her did it too. She looked at other people acting rude and deemed that behavior to be okay to mimic herself. And this is the problem, you guys. You know, I can do it because they did it. She literally, that's what she gets to in her video. She says, well, you know, I've seen people be really nasty to their sales associates and they were much more pushy than me and they got their bags. So I'm going to mimic their bad behavior and I'm going to get me a bag too. And that's kind of like the implication that the conclusion I came to. And I mean, like, I can do it because they can do it. And this is less than smart behavior. This is way less than smart behavior. And to admit that openly on a public platform, I'm like, wait, are you really thinking this through very well? Because that's exactly what you're telling us now is that it's, you know. So she was okay with playing the game, right? Which she says she was okay with playing the game, but she expected to win. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. You can't always win in a game. A game is a game. You win a little, you lose a little. But she kept saying like, no, you know, I want to play the game. But, you know, she wanted to win the game. She expected to win the game. But if you play the game, you can't expect to win. You have to be realistic and know that you can lose. And then, you know, you got to know that you can lose. And if you lose, you should not go mad about it. Don't get angry about it. Let it go. You win a little, you lose a little. You know, she said she only sells one dust bag. Oh, God, you guys. Okay, this is the dust bag. At one point, she's, you know, and I was just waiting in the video for the moment to come. And I was thinking, okay, so she selectively, at the beginning of the video, already said she only watched 2 reaction videos. There were way more out there than that. But I was thinking, okay, if she says that she's only going to react, if she's just going to talk about the 2 reaction videos that she saw, I thought to myself immediately, she's going to be very selective about which comments she's going to answer to, which critiques she's going to actually reply to, what she's going to touch base on, because she's not encompassing everything. So she did not mention that she watched my video. And the only reason why I'm called in today to do this is because, well, 2 reasons. One, because you guys have been asking me to make this video. So for those of you who come to watch this video at a certain point, you know, you see the title, you know exactly what it's about. I don't want to see any of those comments like in the past videos where you click on the video because you know exactly what the title is. And then the comments write like, oh, this is like old news. Oh, don't write about, why do you make a video about this? I'm like, well, why do you watch a video like this? You know exactly what you're clicking on. So why are you watching a video like this? So you are guilty as charged, my dear. But I thought I was called in this situation because you guys are asking me for it as my viewers, but also because in the comment sections, under her video that were not deactivated, people were writing about me and they were telling her like, hey, Mel, did you see Super Dacob's video? You know, and they kind of explained to her details of what I said. And of course, I made a very reasonable video where, you know, I said the pros and the cons. I was like, hey, Mel, in this, I agree with you. In this, maybe I don't. This is what I think Hermes did right. This is what I think Hermes did wrong. And try to, you know, stay in between and kind of analyze the situation because there's always 2 sides to the story, right? So you've been kind of asking her, reacting with her, telling her about my videos. So of course I feel compelled to also, you know, react to that because you've been taking me into this story. And she did answer to some of those comments and we're going to get to those as well. So, but Mel, but this is something I want to talk about. You said in your video that you only sell 1 dust bag. And then you used the terminology, you said you spam eBay with multiple listings. Again, this is a terrible, terrible excuse that you're trying to use. Because if it's true that you are spamming eBay with multiple listings, if this is true, then you are going against eBay policies. So your account can be suspended for this reason, and no money would be refunded to you. So your listings, they all had different titles and descriptions, but that is not allowed by, you're selling the same product, but for the same product that you made multiple listings for, you're giving a different name, different description. That is not allowed on eBay. Plus, having all those listings for one dust bag does make you look like a reseller. How could you not have noticed that? How could you not have thought about that? That if you're listing the same dust bag 50 times, that makes you look like a reseller. How could you not have noticed that? But for those of you who might be saying, no, Dacob, that's not true. You can have multiple listings on eBay. No, let me read to you. I have to the side here the eBay policy, and I'm reading to you. Okay, I quote, duplicate listings policy on eBay. Quote, to ensure buyers see a wide variety of options, from a variety of sellers, we don't allow more than one fixed price listing of an identical item at the same time from the same seller. It is possible to have multiple auction style listings for identical items, but there are restrictions, and only one listing without bids will be visible to buyers at a time. Hers are multiply visible. Once the first listing receives a bid or ends, then and only then the next listing will appear. What is the policy? The policy says, we don't allow more than one fixed price listing of an identical item at the same time from the same seller. This includes listing an identical item in different categories or listing an identical item using different usernames, listings that aren't significantly different, but as adding an inconsequential bonus item with the same identical item in two listings. Identical auction style listings are allowed if they have the same start price, have the same reserve price, have the same title and description, don't use the buy it now option. Each and every one of her dust bag listings had a different description and different title. She went completely against eBay policy by doing the spamming that she claims in her video that she did. Mel, you literally admitted in your own video. You're digging your own grave. I don't understand why you would do that. Why would you even admit to it just like that? Like, it's like you have no clue how these things work. This is so dangerous. And eBay can just totally delete your account for this. They can just keep all the money that you've earned thus far because it's fraud for eBay's policies and standards. You're going from bad to worse. You're literally going from bad to worse. You were, just a day ago, you were a reseller on eBay and selling, and now you're going against eBay policies and you're actually telling in your video how you're doing that. You're explaining it word for word how you're going against the other. This is insane. Why would you do that to yourself? And then a person, in your comments, well, several people in your comments wrote about, they were asking you about the selling the fakes online. You attacked these people, calling them names, saying in the comments section, like they don't know what they're talking about because dupes are not fakes. And so you admitted in your comments that that dupes is what you're selling, right? So you kind of stated that. And I have here a comment from Purse On Fleek. So I don't know if I also have it. No, I don't have it there. I have to read it to you. So I have a screenshot of one of Purse On Fleek's comments when she was confronted about the fakes. You know, the call them dupes. Okay, fine. But still, you know, the Chanel backpacks that I showed you in my other video, the eBay video, the Chanel backpacks with the plexi, with the PVC and the leather bits that she sells in bulk in different colors. You can choose whatever color you want. So somebody confronted her about that, and her answer is, what fakes? Do you know what the difference is with dupes versus counterfeits? Otherwise, Zara and H&M would cease to exist with the amount of dupes or apparent fakes they sell. You're not Zara and H&M. You are a private citizen who has a huge eBay store, and you want to keep purchasing at a luxury brand that you know is super complex. They have complex. They're super scared because Hermes knows that the only thing that keeps them alive are those two freaking bags, and the Constance as well, but Birkin and Kelly. And they're super scared of, because they know if that image is tarnished of those two bags, they're not going to sell anything anymore. They're just going to go out of business. So you're just saying like, oh, well, it doesn't matter, you know, because hey, dupes are different than counterfeits. I'm like, yeah, okay, but a brand that is already on to you for selling 50 freaking dust bags that you state is just one or two, but you're spamming eBay with multiple auctions of the same product, which is already a total no-go. We've just clarified that a minute ago. Said fashion house, luxury house, then sees you selling these that you claim dupes, not counterfeits, that's okay. You know it's not okay. Again, do it. You sell those dupes, but then don't be surprised when you don't get a Birkin or a Kelly from the brand that kind of sees you selling online all this stuff. For them, I'm telling you, for them, dupes, counterfeits, it's the same. It just tarnishes the brand. They don't like either one of the two. One is not better than the other. It just isn't. In their eyes, it's not better for you as a customer to get these bags, ultimately your dream bags at this luxury brand. It's not going to be any easier for you to obtain these bags by, this is not how you counter. This is, oh, Hermes, you know, I sold dupes, not counterfeits. So give me the Birkin. Ain't gonna fly. And you know it's not gonna fly. I mean, come on, like seriously. But then let's get to where I was kind of called into the conversation. And I think we might have this lady also in our chats today, in the live chats. Well, I mean, you were there before, I guess, but just in case you're there, you could also write us here now. But so under a Purse On Fleek's video, somebody wrote, Super Dacob did a good reaction video. Hermes creates these manipulative situations where they give a wink and a nod to people's assumptions and give customers different rules. They need to be more honest about the expectations they have for their consumers. I felt like they knew after you sold your bag, they were not giving you another one. And they made an innocent store associate give you the runaround. I am sure she felt bad that you had a cancer, and she still could not give you a bag, even after she saw your scar. The store compromised her mental health, not you. I guess compromised your mental health, not you. I am sure even if she didn't like you. Oh, okay. The store compromised the sales associates. Okay, gotcha. The store compromised the sales associates' mental health. You did not compromise the sales associates' mental health. I am sure even if the sales associate didn't like you, she would give you a bag to give her some breathing room. But the store and Hermes in general felt like you were not their customer. They put her in the middle to deal with it and tell you everyone's journey is different. I thought it was wrong of them. Purse On Fleek, answers and says, exactly right, which is why I empathize with the sales associate. The brand is the one who should be evaluating the OHS risk they are causing for their own staff. So she basically in this case implies that she did not cause any harm or any pressure. She didn't go over the top with her way of communicating. And yet in the video, she does say that she did overstep certain boundaries and limits, and that there are certain things that she should have not said the way she said. But this was not an apology video. Purse on Fleek did not make Trisha Paytas style sitting on my kitchen floor crying type of apology video. She made a video that felt like we were going through the Goodbye Hermes video all over again. But she had a different energy this time. She was explaining the same process she did the first time around. I had the feeling I was watching the same video again, but she was more hyped to prove her point. By adding extra information, by adding extra memories added to the storyline, that instead of proving her point, made it harder for her to come through this without looking like she guilty a little bit. You know what I mean? Because that eBay stuff doesn't fly. The dupes versus counterfeits, that don't fly. I saw other people were being super aggressive to their sales associates, terrible way of behaving, but since that got them the bag, I'm going to do that too. That type of approach also ain't going to fly, because you're just kind of, instead of saying like, hey, they did something wrong, let me get into a better moral stance. No, you just said, I'm going to do the same crooked thing they did. That ain't going to fly either. Saying that, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have written the emails, you know, so often and so obsessively, but then you say, but you didn't mean them to sound that way, but they did sound that way. You're not even acknowledging it. That don't fly either. So it's kind of like, and then the eBay channel profile, where in the video, the dupes were not acknowledged, just in the comment sections. I feel like it was selectively, you know, you selected what you wanted to talk about, and that's okay. I have the feeling that ultimately this video did not explain anything more to us. I think that this video was made to get views. And that's what YouTube is about, isn't it? And at the end of the day, we all talk about it because it's interesting for us. It's the gossip, it's the drama, it's the community. It's also connecting with each other, exchanging, you know, words, drinking the tea together. This virtual world of YouTube is a huge living room at the end of the day, and people who have similar interests are going to sit together in a big group virtually like we are here now, and we're going to exchange our information. And it's like, you know, people are also bored, and that's why also people gossip, and that's what it's all about. So this should also all be taken lightheartedly at the end of the day, you guys. You know, the crop is a funny little prop, and we talk about it and we have a little kiki and we laugh about it. But ultimately, I did feel like this video was the same video we saw before, minus the crying, more presented, beautiful hair, makeup. You know, that sweater color looks gorgeous with Mel's tone, with the face and the hair. I really think she looked beautiful in that video, and great makeup too. So. But it felt like the same video again, and styled nicely and ready for the cameras, and let's get in the views. And I'm like, you know what, girl, milk it for what it's worth. Because I just thought, if you're going to remake the same video again, don't dig your grave deeper. And so as the points that I stated to you guys, those are the highlights that I wanted to mention. Like, those are the mistakes I think she made in that video. She shouldn't have mentioned them. Because now, like, there's more... She's making herself more vulnerable to attacks. And it's a pity, because like, it just shows me like, oh, okay, you're not really thinking this too far. You're just happy that you're going to get the views, but you're not really thinking this one through, because you want to make a video that's going to kind of work in your favor, not against you. Unless we have a diabolical marketing genius here because creating more suspense and drama is going to draw in even more attention and views. Maybe there's going to be a part 3. I mean, I'm looking forward to it because, hey, there ain't been no good telenovela on television in decades. So I'm happy. Just let it roll and let it rip, Mel. Let it rip. We're all ready for it. So these are my thoughts. I mean, I can go more in depth if you want me to. Let me know in the comment section down below. I could literally analyze really in depth every single statement, every single, one point of the video I really liked. She really loves Hermes. I believe her. I really, really believe that Mel loves Hermes because, like, she said that even that she knows the color, every single color of the different leathers, of the different silks, of everything. She knows those names by heart, and the sales associate doesn't even know those names. So she's like, in that moment, the way she talked about it, I really felt like I was in front of, just like I am with Chanel, like a nerd, like a geeky kid in a toy store, knowing the name, like, or, I love He-Man and She-Ra, for example. So I could just stand there like a total, geek and be like, Orko, Zodak, Merman, King Hiss, Skeletor, Evelyn, Tila, Man-at-Arms, I could do that. And that's how she pointed out all the colors of all the leathers and all the twillies and the names and the silks. And she did it in her video. And when she did that, her face, you can look at the body expression. When she did that, her facial expression changed. She really authentic. And I believe this. She's authentically in love with that brand. Okay, I don't put that in question. I really don't. I just think that her enthusiasm and the way of dealing with stuff, her way of dealing with how to earn money and how to resell or sell or gain these pieces, that's where it really clashes with that brand's own credo, with that brand's own vision. And not saying that brand's vision is correct or anything, but it is what it is. They make up their rules. It's their product. They're selling it. They decide how they want to sell it. They just, it's their product at the end of the day. So I just think that her attitude and the enthusiasm and this kind of, almost like a kid in a toys, like, oh, I love this toy. And then tomorrow, no, I want that toy. Okay, but now she's a grown-up. So kids don't sell and resell, but grown-ups can. I like that. No, I don't want it now. Can I? Oh my God. Oh, did you see that? That color. Can I order that? I want, yes, it's like a kid in a toy store. And I get it. But when you start realizing, and she says that she felt that something was going down when she realized that the store manager blocked her on Instagram. She's like, well, already then I knew something was down. And then a month or two later, I confronted my sales associate in the store, went that route. And she says it like that route that I shouldn't have gone down with, the spending history, purchase history. Like, you gave it to that customer, not to me, even though I asked for it before that customer did. And you spilled the tea telling me that was your customer. You didn't have to tell me that. I would have been none the wiser, but you told me that that's your customer. So then she said, she justifies all of that by saying, yeah, actually the doubts, started. I knew something was going down when I realized that the guy blocked me. And I'm like, okay, fine. But then if you knew that something was going down, there are other ways. You could have talked to that sales assistant and said, hey, I realized that this person blocked me. Have I been too pushy with the emails? Have I done anything? Because if I have, just let me know. It's okay. If you don't want to ever sell me another bag, that's fine. It's okay. It's okay. I have resold a bag that you guys sold me. I just didn't like it anymore for whatever reason. Doesn't even matter. And if that's reason for you to, never offer me another bag, I would just like to know, because then I'll take my business elsewhere. It's okay. And that's it. And you get your, she said she wanted closure. That's how you get your closure. You don't get your closure by going more and more cuckoo and crazy and hysterical and scared in a way. And ultimately, which resulted in that weird alleged phone call, right, from HR. Or alleged HR. And then she even says that she even knows who that person was, because another person that she knows about that HR person, and that HR person allegedly is like really mean and doesn't do stuff right. That's also hearsay. I mean, we can only take your word for it. But ultimately, there's always 5 billion different ways that you could deal with a situation. Obviously, there's so many variables, and you chose the path you chose. And it's okay. It is what it is. Now we're doing damage control. I mean, you would think one would do damage control. But instead, she doubles down on this illegitimate way of dealing on eBay, as per her own words. And I'm like, and then like justifying the selling of the dupes. I'm like, girl, you're double downing. Double down. That's a double downer. Double downer, Mel. No. You would think that one would kind of want to redeem themselves in a follow-up video, not dig their grave deeper. So these are just my opinions. I hope you've enjoyed them. Let me read some of your commentos. You know, Blue Workaholic. It is, after all, a personal choice. One could be a pushy client, cry their eyes out, email the sales associate every day, etc., but in their own private space. She chose to be public, but then curses bullies after. Black Noise says, if you're not getting what you want from a place you spend your money, walk. Walk with your dignity. That's very elegantly put. But you know, but people are like that all the time. I mean, sorry for the comment before that. You're putting yourself on a public platform, so we all react. We're all in this, you know, luxury community, or not even like, we love our bags, and whether they're luxury or not. I mean, I just got for my birthday a Rubik's Cube Eastpak bag as a present. It's not a luxury bag. It costs under $30. I love it to bits. So I mean, I love bags. Okay, doesn't matter how much they cost. If it has the shape I love it. So, but what I want to say is, people talk. So I don't even understand why some people come for other people making videos like this. I mean, like, you clicked on this video for a reason because you saw the title, and then like you come for me like, why are you making this video? I'm like, why are you watching this video? You don't have to click on it. Walk away. Go watch kittens falling off of pianos if that's your, you know, zhuzh. If that gets you going, boo. You want to watch a little, you know, a little luxury something shaky video? You come to me. Otherwise, watch the kittens falling off of pianos. Black Noise says exactly what Dacob said. Thank you, Black Noise. The Hermes game is shady, 100% agreed, but it's their business and their game in the end. Of course it's their game. They're like, hey, want to play? You know, it's like the little devil, you know, coming like, hey, want to play? And you know the devil always wins. You don't play games with the devil. Hermes is the devil. You don't play games with the devil thinking you're going to win. You can't win a game to which somebody else wrote the rules to. It's that simple. That's why also the casino always wins. The house always wins because the house makes the rules. Ya didn't have to enter the house. Megan says, I have watched Mel for a while and have never seen her in this poor attitude. From the foul language to get to the manner, this was not her. Maybe she's going through something, Megan. That's another thing. That's a good point, Megan. That's a really good point. We're also too quick to judge. You know, I'm trying to judge the situation, not the person. But what a lot of y'alls do often is judge the person. And Megan had made a really good point here. And the point being, we never know what the person is really going through, what struggles are really happening behind the facade. The wall, you know, there's struggle, all of it, you know exactly what I'm talking. Come on, guys, like, bottom line, let's be really honest about this indirect. Like, you know, we all go through struggles. None of us shares the deepest, darkest problems that we have with others. And sometimes these things trickle out and through, and they become something else, you know, because you just don't want to, you're ashamed or embarrassed or just scared for certain stuff in your life. And then kind of the way you react to things comes across totally different, and people judge you for all the wrong reasons, because nobody except you knows what is happening and going down with you. Only you know the true shit you're going through. Nobody else does. That's why I always say, sometimes people mistake my reaction videos for judging a person. No, I judge a situation. I'm not judging a person. I'm making it very clear. This is about the situation, and analyzing the situation. I tell you, Mel, I think this is a mistake you made. Mel, I think this is something correct that you've done. But I never judge her on her character. I never say, oh my God, what a da 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 da. No. because I don't know what she's going through. I only see the results of actions. And the actions that I see in this last video, I'm like, girl, you're making it more difficult for you now to get to the surface. Leslie says, yes, that's why I started watching her, because she was a geek. Yeah, and I found that super cute, this geekiness about really knowing all the colors and everything. I really, really believe that she has a passion and a love for this brand. Stephanie says, is she blacklisted globally? She apparently said that she's not, that she asked them, and then they said no. But she did kind of say that she asked that on the online portion of the website. Tasia Shagola says, I was the one that gave you prize. Yes, you were, sweetie darling. And I saw you in the chats before. And that's why I said, if you're still in the chats, let us know. Thank you so much. She wanted to answer the questions on the first video, but she did not want to talk about the dupes she was selling. Obviously. Classic. Because it's harder to get out of that second one. She tried to do it in this new video by talking about spam listing, which is highly against eBay regulation. I read the regulations to you guys. So it's like, Andrew Becerra says, that crop with your Chanel autumn gold tweed vest would be fire. Thank you, Andrew. We love our little Chanel, our little Hermes crop. It goes well with the little Chanel earring too, doesn't it? The little scarab sun. Always survives everything. It's just a symbol of kind of rebirth, the scarab. Black Noise says she's hurting herself. And I totally agree with you. That's exactly the point here. And I'm like, why make this video if you're going to hurt yourself even more? Just don't make it. I get it. You want to get the views. You're going to get the views. And I wish you all the views in the world. And I wish that you get so many views and so much AdSense revenue that with that revenue, you can get all that money back that you say that you spent on Hermes. I wish you all of that. But like, there's no money in the world that's worth you damaging your image by saying certain things that you said in that video. It's not worth the money. And if you're going to make a video like that, be clever about it. Don't say certain things. Black Noise says, and doing tacky stuff like reselling the ribbons and boxes and hucking your dream bags in a hot second when they have people looking into the influencers, bloggers. Yeah, I know. It's hard. It's really hard. Andrew says, hence why channels like Kylie Jenner get more hits than Dacob, a talented, learned, and intellectual maestro of fashion who puts endless work in his videos. Thank you so much. Yeah, well, but you know, Kylie Jenner is Kylie Jenner. What can I tell you? Kylie Jenner is Kylie Jenner. What can I tell you? A little bit of rhymes. Apples 107. It is her job, so I get why she's feeding this. No, Apples, I mean, well, she keeps saying that this is not her job. She keeps saying that she has other incomes, she has other jobs. This is a hobby. But she's definitely making it look like a job by pushing this narrative. But a job that's not going to last long because you're killing your own credibility, sis. Andrew says, we live off the drama. Sadly, what a rotten society. Andrew, that's very well said. But human beings are just like that. That's why we also had, I mentioned often in my videos, the Colosseum, the gladiators, the panem et circenses, which means bread and circus, which was already delivered in the Roman times. That was the gossip of back then. You know, people would meet up to see all of these blood fights that would kind of suffocate the need of the working class that is enslaved in a way and has to work for the rich class. You know, it would give them that blood that would quench their thirst for revenge so that they would go back on a Monday, working their asses off again for their masters. They were given these gladiator games so that they could quench their need for freeing themselves. Clever marketing strategy the Romans have or had. Stephanie says, can she even afford to have a luxury channel? I don't think so. I mean, at this point, the image is badly crippled because the second that you are associated with that she points out are dupes, not counterfeits, that alone, that you're done. And on top of that, having the spamming auctions on eBay, yeah, then you don't have a luxury channel. Then just, I don't know, make a channel about giving tips on reselling. You could do great. You could be a great channel on YouTube, giving tips to people how to open an eBay profile and resell and do double listings and trick the system. Giving tips on how to avoid certain things. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the account would get deleted in that case. I don't think a YouTube account would get deleted if you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. People give all sorts of advice on YouTube. I mean, listen, her eBay account didn't get deleted. So obviously she manages to trick the system somehow. Will it get deleted in the future? It's a possibility. But I'm talking about YouTube channels now. Don't make a luxury YouTube channel. Make a YouTube channel about, how to resell stuff, how to, do the orders, you order from her and she orders it from China and delivers it to you. Anyway, it is what it is. Luxury, at this point, the image has been crippled very much. So what I think she still has strength in is if you want to go to her channel to learn about all the details about Hermes, the colorways, the leathers, the silks, like she has knowledge. She does. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe just make tutorial videos. Jack says, when you're buying a dupe or / fake or of a designer brand, it's all the same thing. Right, except in her comment, she specifically said it's different. Jack says, people separating counterfeits and dupes is just a way for them to not feel shameful. I kind of agree, Black Noise says, you can't have both. How are you going to come up and try to make special requests of a company brand while you devalue their products as your side hustle? Shirley Long says, all she does is make excuses and gets defensive and attacks others when their opinions don't align with hers. She lacks self-awareness and doesn't do any self-reflecting. She's a very sad person. I don't know if she's a sad person, but she definitely... Maybe anger management in the comment section. Maybe work a little bit on anger management. Gwen says, the clear backpack is a counterfeit. It has visible CC logo. I didn't see the CC logo. I saw the 255 lock. It didn't have a double C. It had a 255 lock, which those backpacks didn't have originally when they were released by Chanel. John says, does she know that dupe or not, it still looks shady to sell Chanel dupes on eBay while having this luxury YouTube channel? It doesn't look good. It's a contradiction. John Oates, that totally, I agree with you. That's why I said, for me, the luxury aspect of her is tarnished, to say the least, yeah, after all of this. Black Noise says, Zara could cripple a small nation with their legal team. Of course they could, and they probably did. Black Noise says, this is all just a train wreck. Honestly, she needs to just own the receipts and move on. Good point. Apples 107, she realizes the views are mostly for Hermes, not getting enough money from her Chanel content. Yeah, that's also a good point. But Chanel does, Hermes does rein in a lot of views. People on social media at the moment are going bananas for Hermes. Everything Hermes related topics, I mean, I love my Chanel, but those few videos I made on Hermes got more views than the Chanel videos. It's just, Hermes it's like a magnet. It attracts views. And I guess it has to do with the mystery surrounding this journey, and everybody's hungry to get answers. And I think everybody is out there hoping that people are going to make videos that are going to give people tips on how to, I don't know, circumvent or pass through the journey without getting hurt too much. And I have the feeling like when anybody posts a video about Hermes, there's always this, I guess, hope that people have that the topic is going to lead them to find out more about the mystery of the game, of the journey of Hermes. I think that's a lot, very much so a part of of why videos on Hermes in general do much better, because Chanel, there's not a lot of mystery there. Hermes has a lot of mystery. Just keeping it honest here. This is like really honest talk. Janet says, dupes are designer inspired bags and they are not fakes, says Janet. Ayn Carter says, he was trying to use every keyword to come up in search. What does that mean? Oh, she was trying to use every keyword. Yes, that's the spamming. She was trying to use every keyword on her eBay profile. Yes, to make it always appear. Ayn Carter says, you cannot make duplicate listings. I sell on eBay. Yeah, but she did. She just, you know, made it sound like she didn't. Apple says, most people had great response videos, but only Dacob went into the eBay listings. Black Noise says, there's no saving face at this stage. To be honest, just own the fuckery, claim it, bathe in it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel, thumb up this video. I hope you've loved this commentary or liked it. And if you didn't like it, we're gonna live, you guys. Let's eat a cookie together, drink some more tea, spill some more tea, have a hot glass of milk, in my case, lactose free, and just chill a little and enjoy these little gossipy moments. It's fun. It's all fun and games. Don't take it too seriously. I love you all so much. Till next time, and never forget to never give up on love. Love you all. See you soon. Take care. Bye.